Welcome to Spiritual Mystic. My name is Katrina. This is your Goddess Archetype reading for March the 14th, 2018. The goddess for today is Inanna. Inanna in Sumerian culture was known as the Queen of Heaven. She's a mother goddess. She's a fertility goddess. One thing that most goddesses have in common is that there is some aspect of fertility or mothering or nurturing or giving to their nature. I know that my goddess archetype videos have not been popular with men, and I'm going to continue to do them because we women need these affirmations, and men can learn from this. Women are nurturing and life-giving, and we are the epitome of fertility. That is our role in the world. Fertility and life and nurturing and loving would not exist as we know it if women didn't exist. Inanna is the goddess of Earth's rivers and springs. She is the sister of Ershkigal, and I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly. Ershkigal is a very dark goddess. In this series, I'm not going to dwell a lot on the dark goddesses, although last week I did talk about Lilith. And I may talk about a couple other dark goddesses, but for the most part, I'm going to be dealing with more of the more loving, more nurturing goddesses. Inanna is the representation of all the different parts of being feminine. She is the multifaceted feminine. She can go into the underworld, which is where her dark sister lives. She has a lover in the underworld, but she spends a lot of time up top in the everyday world, keeping the waters of the earth in balance. She's one of the goddesses that makes the waters of life flow, so that the earth, the ground, can be moist and wet and fertile. Part of femininity is our ability to be emotional. This is true for men as well as women. If we don't know how to be emotional, then we dry up, our souls dry out. And water always represents emotions, always. Your emotions will overflow if you don't let yourself cry, if you don't let yourself laugh, if you don't let yourself just be sometimes, if you don't allow yourself to feel just this overwhelming love and appreciation for the people and the places and everything that's in your life. I can sometimes look out my window and see ravens sitting. You can't see it, there's a fence here. I see ravens sitting on the posts, and I'm just overwhelmed with how much I love them and how beautiful they are. We have to allow ourselves to feel. We can't just be if we don't know how to feel. Water is always emotions. We have to allow our emotions to flow, or very, very bad things happen. I have a friend who doesn't ever let her emotions out. She doesn't even want her family to hug her unless they ask her first. Is it okay if I hug you, or can I give you a hug? She is just not an openly emotional person. And consequently, because she's always bottling up her emotions, because she's always holding them in and keeping them in check, she constantly has plumbing problems in her house. I know you're going to say that one has nothing to do with the other, but it does. Our physical energy affects the energy around us. It affects our cars, our homes, the other people that we interact with. It affects our computers. It affects the way we cook. It affects everything. Our energy is connected to all of those things. Just because something was man-made, like plumbing, doesn't mean that there's not an energy attached to it. It's something physical that was created by an energy being. Therefore, there is energy in that physical thing. Also, it's been scientifically proven that even hard, dense objects are just matter that's swirling, and the faster it swirls, the denser and stronger it is. Our emotions affect everything around us. Inanna's message is, you have to be okay with letting your emotions out. You have to be okay with being emotional, with feeling, with letting feelings flow. You have to learn when to laugh, when to cry, when to be strong, when to be soft, and when to just be all of that or none of that. There are so many phases to being feminine, and Inanna teaches you how to be all the different phases of feminine, whether you're male or female. If you want help with this or any of the services that I offer, the link for my website's on this video. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.